Hello. So I'm going to do my argument about my op-ed article about legalizing medical marijuana. So, we're all in college. We all know about the negative effects of marijuana. It is illegal. It is a drug. But why is it illegal? What are the reasons? Because there are so many benefits. It helps with muscular dystrophy, AIDS, cancer, all the pains that come from them. Any type of chronic pain, whether it's even if it's just from an accident or an athlete injured themselves playing a game, marijuana can be beneficial. It's not for everyone, but neither are pain medications like OxyContin. So, in Germany, they did this one experiment with Tourette's syndrome and PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, are two big ones that are significantly, they're really helped by marijuana. So in Germany, they did this study. They had a patient who had Tourette's syndrome, and after they administered him 10 milligrams of THC, he had 34 fewer tics than he had in the same elapsed time period than when he came in. So then they did another study, and they gave 24 people suffering from Tourette's 10 milligrams of THC over a 6-week period. And when they returned to the place 6 weeks later, they had considerably fewer tics than they had. This is life-changing. This changes people's lives for the better. Anyone can have Tourette's. Your daughter, your son, your sister can have Tourette's. And the government is refusing to allow them to get help that marijuana could provide, So not only Tourette's, but post-traumatic stress disorder, that's something that a lot of people suffer from, and there's a lot of evidence showing that marijuana can in fact help with the symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder. For example, there was one veteran. He was fighting in the war, and he came home, and he suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder. He had anxiety attacks, and he was on medication. He was on Paxil, and he was on Zoloft. And he said that these medications, they helped him, but they had awful consequences, negative effects. He couldn't sleep. He couldn't eat. So he stopped taking them, and on his own terms, he smoked marijuana. And he said that this allowed him to eat regularly, sleep normally, and still took away his pain or his anxiety. And at the same time, he refused to put his name in the questionnaire in the article because he was afraid he was going to get in trouble. He thought he was going to get in trouble by the law, legally punished, for having his anxiety taken away. There's no reason for that. So not just that, but when you compare it to any type of legalized prescription medication, there really isn't that much of a difference. Think about it. You have medication like Xanax. Xanax helps a lot of people tremendously with anxiety, but at the same time, it's extremely addictive, and that and alcohol are one of the two, I think it might be the two only ones that you can actually die from withdrawal. Not only do you not die from marijuana withdrawal, if there even is one, but there are no deaths associated with overdosing on marijuana, while Xanax, there are a lot. Medications like OxyContin, Vicodin, they're all abused, and yet they help so many people. So how is marijuana any different? Of course, there are those few that are going to take it to the next level, and they're going to abuse marijuana. But at the same time, it helps so many people. There's no reason for the government not to legalize it. So that is why marijuana should be legalized. And if you think otherwise, you're all entitled to your own opinions, but it helps so many people. There really is no reason why the government should deny its citizens help. Isn't that the priority, to make sure that the citizens of the United States are happy and not in pain or not having anxiety attacks? Think of all the soldiers that fight, and they come home, and we feel so bad for them, but yet we're denying them of the help that they could get. So there's no reason why it's not legalized.